This is another one of those grind my button videos. This is covering a movie called The Meg, and I have a couple of problems with this movie. They just kind of stuck with me, you know? One of the problems that I have with it is, like, it's with the mission at the very start of the movie. And I have a problem with it because they just won't leave him alone about it. They keep on, like, reminding him of it. And, like, it wouldn't be a problem if, like, there was literally nothing, if there was something he had done about it, but there was literally nothing he would have done about it. And he even points that out during the mission. Like, they go there and they save people, they drag him back to their ship, and then, like, he hesitates, which I assume for like a couple seconds because he's like thinking about what to do. But then he decides, like, I just close the hatch and leave. A second, like a couple of seconds after he leaves, the ship explodes. And then, like, one of the doctors like yells at him, calling him a coward, and he calls him a coward later. And then he even diagnoses him with like something like pressure induced hysteria or something like that. And like the one Chinese lady, I can't remember her name, like even like calls him out about it. Like he even says like it wasn't my fault or whatever. He explains it wasn't his fault or whatever. But like, goddamn, like if he stayed, they even point this out in the movie. Like if he stayed any longer, they all would have died. They, yes, they pointed out, but none of the people calling him out about it actually get it. Like, and there's like three people that bring it up. Like, goddamn, like leave him, leave him alone. Another problem I have is, it's with the same scene. I think it's a continuity error. They bring Jason Statham's character back to save a crew that's below like this like the what people thought was the end of the Marianas Trench in the movie. Like there's this like frozen cloud type of thing, right? That's like blocking another like more depth, right? Um, and they say it's like beyond 10,000 meters, right? And they make it seem like this is like a first anyone has done, right? This is a groundbreaking work, no one else has done it. But like later on, right? They say no one has attempted a rescue beyond 6 miles or over 10,000 meters before. And like, if that's the case, this isn't the first time someone has done it. This is like, it bugged me because it's like such a continuity error. Like if it like if they acknowledged that some like another team has done it before, that would have been fine. If so, it would have been groundbreaking work. They could have said this has only been done once before, and they could even said, well, this was a failure that one time, and that could lead into like the Jason Statham's like introducing Jason Statham's character or whatever, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know. It's my problem is they make it seem like it's a groundbreaking work. No one else has done it, but clearly someone else has done it before. Something else. This is minor, not really much of a problem. During one of the scenes, the rich guy comments like, "What if there's nothing down there? Right? What if the like, right?" Which is a valid question. Like what if there's nothing down there? What happens then? He investing all this money, and the lead guy says, "Then you wasted like 1.2 billion dollars." And he was serious about that. Why I have a little bit of a problem with that is I don't think it's a problem. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's a waste because that's still a super high tech lab like this underwater. And I think like they could have still used it like that lab. I mean, like this is still a high tech lab. It could still be like used for a whole bunch of different like studies. It's not, you just have to like change the direction that it's focused on. Oh, something else that's kind of a bigger problem that I had with it is, and it's only a problem because I think they did it too many times. Okay, if they did it like once, maybe twice, if they put really like wrote like the context well. But I think because they did it like 3 or 4 times in the movie, I think if they, but the problem I have is them doing like the sacrifice too many times. You know what I mean? Like they did it like couple times. They did like 3 times, right? And like I think they did like 3 or 4, maybe 5 times. and like with one quote unquote sacrifice being actually successful, like where no one died. I think the effect it has on people water is that like it gets watered down if you do it too many times. I think maybe once or maybe twice, you know, uh and when I mean the sacrifice, I mean like people willingly sacrificing themselves. You know, if it's like not purposeful, then like that's a different story because they're not actively trying to, you know, like if like they're swimming away and one like swimming to try to get to like the boat, and then like the shark is like kills them, giving the other person time to get there, then that's fine. But when they're like survive and then like just like splashing and moving around or whatever to get its attention, that's a different story. That is what I mean when they just splash around and get to get its attention. Which kind of leads me to another problem I have. They make a huge emphasis on the shark like being attracted to motion, right? Uh, which is fine because like I think that's an actual thing with sharks. I think I'm not an ocean biologist, so I don't know. But it's a where I have a problem is at one point in the movie, the shark, the megalodon goes to like a massively crowded like beach with a bunch of people like in the ocean, and it does nothing. It absolutely does nothing. There's a bunch of people swimming around, like splashing and whatnot, and it does nothing. The worst that it did was like drag like people that are on like a little platform. That's the worst that the shark did. I think one of the bigger things, I think this is the last thing that I think that I really had a problem with is with the shark itself, with the megalodon itself. And my problem is when it's probably been down there like millions of years, right? So there's two things here. Either the shark has been down there for millions of years, right? Or it's like a generational thing. Either way, like, it's fine, whatever. But what the problem is when you're that deep, right, with like no light, right? I think your eyes stop functioning at some point. You know what I mean? Maybe it's different for maybe for sharks, megalodons. I don't know, but like I think when you're at that point, light just like your eyes just stop working, right? You know, or if it's like the same shark, if it's generational, like other senses just get better while your eyesight just like stops working as well, you know? Which I think they should have pointed out. You know, like I think they should have pointed like the other senses got better. Like maybe they got like more sensitive to vibrations or like smell. You know what I mean? Like I think they should have pointed it out, but they didn't. They just had the eyesight work well. Which reminds me of actually one more thing. I think for the first Megalodon, Statham's character, you can just end it. He actually swam out and shot like a harpoon tag at the Megalodon, and it like pierced its fin. And the original plan was like kill it with poison. Why couldn't Jason just wait for the poison to be done and then Jason Statham to swim out there? Like, I think the reason why they needed time to set it up, but it was in a vial, like a jar, right? Did they like? And I couldn't imagine it taking that long to actually swim out there, you know? But like I don't know. I think Jason Statham could have just waited a second for them to swim out there and shoot it with the poison with with the harpoon. They use the same one, or if not the same one, one's very similar. They use a harpoon to shoot the poison, and it was actually a poison they shot out underwater. But the other thing I reminded is how fast they went from the Marianas Trench to Thailand and back. Okay, because they said like they have 13 hours originally of like oxygen, right? So they had to flew from the Mariana Trench to Thailand, get Jason Statham's ass on the helicopter or plane, and fly back, which had to be what like 4 or 5 hours, and then like while they're away. like something happened, and which cut their time down to like 3, right? So they were fucking hauling ass, which I don't know. They were just moving really quickly. I think too quickly. But that's it. I won't take up any more of your time. So until next time, bye bye.